Hey, welcome to Men on Scandal. This is our look at the television show Scandal by episode by episode from a male point of view. That's Mark Clark in New York. Washington, D.C. is where Troy Johnson is. I'm Tony Scott in St. Louis. This episode was called Put a Ring on It. This one had lots of flashbacks.
Yeah, it did.
lots of dead rats on top of Cyrus's head. And I don't know, man.
They need to stop doing that, man.
You know? And they had a couple of people who were in the cast came back for the flashbacks, and one was actually part of the episode and not in the flashback. So, but let's start out. Abby and Cyrus get this phone call in the middle of the night. They got to go to OPA because apparently Cyrus's fiance, who we actually forgot about, I kind of forgot about him because I thought that was a dead storyline. But apparently Michael, his fiance, was seen at a gay bar with a blonde man, and they apparently were getting it in. And Olivia says, tell Cyrus, you're the pregnant bride, and you need to marry this guy now to make this story go away. And I was like, no, that's not right. No, I mean, because the story's not going to go away because the man was kissing another man. He was cheating on you, Cyrus. How can marrying make that go away? But I guess that's that world, right? And to make it even bigger, you got to add in the fact that she wants Melly to host a White House wedding for Cyrus and Michael. Never mind the fact that, even though Cyrus is gay, he works for a Republican president, and the Republican president's stance is he's not for gay marriage. And that hasn't changed, but Melly has agreed to do this because, and it's so funny to see, Olivia and Melly having this conversation, and it's like how many women could sit there having a conversation about, doing anything, much less hosting a wedding at the White House, having a conversation with the woman that your husband's been sleeping with, and that everybody in the world knows this is the woman who's basically, is messing up my whole thing over here. And yet you can sit there and have this civil conversation. I don't see how that's even possible, but it is television and it is Shonda Rhimes.
And you got politics.
Yeah.
I think that is probably. I think people think, oh, this is so salacious, and I can't believe it. But that this is what the back room deal looks like.
Yeah.
Yes. This is Hillary Clinton's life.
Right. Exactly.
No.
Because you're right. Like Troy said, it's like what's important to them. Melly has things she wants to do.
Yeah.
And to get there, it's important to do that. Who I feel sorry for once again. Damn, Jake ain't in nobody's dream. Jake ain't in. She's thinking about Fitz.
Yeah.
Terror. Fitz,
yeah.
Terror. Fitz.
Yeah. But
Jake ain't nowhere to be seen.
But wait till next week though. We saw the episode for next week. That's going to change a little bit. So
yes, that's right.
But the thing is though is getting back to Melly and Olivia Pope. I mean, I understand what you guys are saying, but Melly's running for office. And she needs that Republican base, and Republican base don't really care for same-sex weddings. So by hosting this wedding, she's kind of in a sense rolling the dice, is she not?
Yes, that is.
But that's what Olivia said to her. She said, "You can make your own image. Mm-hmm. You can. This is where you set the tone for your campaign, and you make a stand that's different from your husband's.
Mm-hmm.
Which means you're not just going with the company line." She's like, it's a perfect opportunity for you to set yourself apart from the other candidate you're going to run against and from your husband.
Okay. And the funny part about it is, it's not really like realistic how things are set up now, but actually this is the play that the Republicans probably need to do because that's such an old, outdated, I'm not down for gay marriage thing that the one way you can navigate it is to say, hey, like you say, my personal friends, I support my person. There's a way to almost get around it, and I think this is probably one of the ways because, again, no new young people are not falling for that. If you're against blank and you're against blank, you'll never get the new young voters. So what are they going to do? So
yeah, but so all she's left with is the old voters, but now she's going to alienate them. Don't you think?
The old voters are going to die.
but not before they vote. Old people like to vote, man. It gets them out of the house. So they decide that the play is going to be that the party Michael was at, where he was photographed kissing a blonde, was a bachelor party.
Right.
So Quinn and Huck go to the bar.
Yeah, bachelor party for one.
They go to the bar and they tell the bartender at the bar that it was an innocent bachelor party. And Huck says, "Now go tell the reporters outside." That's what Huck was like. Either you tell them. Huck was like, "Did you see what I did to that woman last week? you better go and tell these people that, right?" And Olivia convinces Melly to host the wedding. So that apparently is going to be the deal. Now Cyrus has his flashback with that hair, man. That hair.
That comb over.
What is that? And we find out that he
looking like Mike Douglas.
Yes, he did. He did look like Mike Douglas.
Ooh, man, we find out that Huck's wife, we knew he was married. I'm not Huck's wife, Cyrus's wife. We knew he was married, but we find out his wife's name, for the first time anyway, found out his wife's name was Janet. And the flashback was when he was running for controller, and they had been dating for 2 months, and he proposes, and she accepts. She says, I don't divorce, I'm Catholic and all this, but they get engaged, and they're happy, and they're jumping around, and they're excited. I don't remember when I got engaged. You remember, Mark, when you got engaged, Troy? When
yes.
you got engaged, when you were married? Were you jumping around like that when it was?
I was jumping around. Well, she should have saw, when Cyrus hit a higher note than she did, when he said, "Wee!" she should have been like, no. But, yeah.
Oh, man.
When I got engaged, I did not say we, but I was like, oh, my God.
But you
can't believe she picked me.
But you did tell people at the restaurant to pipe down, didn't you? Because they were too loud?
Yeah, hey.
I'm trying to propose over here.
Yeah, I had to check down 2 tables. That's another story I have to tell y'all.
Wow.
Troy, I haven't told you that story?
I don't think I heard that one.
Oh, yeah. We'll have to do that on Men on Everything. So
I was actually proposed to. So.
Oh, were you really?
Yes, I was.
Did you
she asked you.
She asked me to marry her.
Wow.
And how'd you feel about it, Troy?
I said, "Wee!"
See?
There you go. Well, 1 out of 3. There you go.
Yeah, Tony was his obviously no expression self.
Mine.
This is Tony. What you doing on Wednesday?
Yeah, mine was a negotiation. So Fitz asked Abby whose idea it was for the White House wedding, and Abby says it was Olivia's idea. And he says, because she needs a statement. How does the president feel about this? And he says, my statement is, my views are unchanged. I am not for, I'm not for gay marriage. It's basically what it is, And so they're talking and with Michael down the road in another scene, and they, the whole room, not with the president though, but Olivia and Melly and Cyrus and Michael.
Situation room going on.
Yeah. And so they're saying they got to get Michael's parents there. And he's like, I haven't spoken to them in years. And they're like, doesn't matter. We got to get them here. This is going to work. Your parents have to be on board. And we'll find out later just how difficult that is. But
the optics.
In another flashback, when Cyrus is getting married on his wedding day, his best man wants to know if he's still going to be playing racquetball next week. What in the hell? What in the hell what kind of racquetball was he? So Cyrus says, no, you got to leave me alone, man. That life is, I got to put the kibosh on that, man. Got to set that.
I told you, I don't play racquetball that often. What? And why are you so much younger than me?
There was a little caveat in it, like, I don't know if you guys picked up on it, but he kind of sounded like he was saying, that monster is around, like, hey, I can't play anymore.
Yes.
It felt like he was saying, do you know what happens to men who are having gay sex and they're getting sick?
Yeah.
I can't put my wife at risk I can't do that. So it's kind of like,
I caught on that, but I thought more he was talking about risking, the political future. But maybe you're right. Maybe that was part of the equation, though. I hadn't thought about that. Good point.
And I think also when Cyrus said, and look, I already got an old man face anyway. That was also a clue.
So we get
I'm 22 years old. I'm 22. Look at me.
We're getting a visit in this episode from former Vice President Sally Langston. She apparently has a television show called The Liberty Report, and she's offering $10,000 to anyone that can prove that this marriage is a sham.
I thought she was dead.
Yeah, no, she just kind of went away. So Cyrus looks like he grabs that left arm like, oh, my heart, you hear that, Elizabeth? you hear that, James? You hear that, James? I'm coming to join you.
with a racquetball handle. ahead, Tony.
No, I was thinking when Sally says, I got a $10,000 to anybody who can prove this. I was like, that's kind of low. $10,000 is kind of low, man. You got to do something like that. You got to be at least six figures. You got to be at minimum $100,000. Minimum $100,000.
Hey, she wasn't on Fox yet. She's still on a cable access show.
Exactly.
Not with those graphics. Those were not city access graphics, man. Those were pretty fancy.
Sally's on TV.
Yeah.
And can you kill somebody and have a TV show? I know.
Well,
I know
all that you got to understand.
I know you can kill somebody and be on TV.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But have your own TV show?
But all that is under wraps right now, though. See, nobody really knows that, right?
I know, but I mean, she's playing with fire, man.
Well, Troy,
yeah, she is playing with fire.
G. Gordon Liddy had his own show. He killed 4 or 5 people.
500 people. No, anyway. Now, Elizabeth, who is Melly's campaign manager, Elizabeth North, the one that Huck cheese grated her back, remember her?
Yes.
She has a problem with Melly agreeing to host the White House wedding without checking with her first. And Melly, Melly tells her, you need to remind yourself that you work for me.
Damn.
You want to be me, but you're not me.
She used a Dame Dash argument. I have a position.
Yeah.
You have a job.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
We have at our station here in New York, 103.9, we have the legendary DJ Mr. C, and he calls his mix the Wallop. She got walloped right there.
I mean, Melly.
Damn, I know Sally was like, hey.
Melly went
right, Mrs. President.
Melly went hard in the paint, man, and she was like, "Yes, Mrs. Grant. Yes, Mrs. Grant." And she went away like.
And Troy, we know Tony got a Woody on that scene because that's his girl right there. He's like, "Yeah, oh Melly."
Hey, babe, turn the TV off. We got to record it anyway. Come here, girl. No, man. Cyrus says nobody is going to believe what Sally's selling on her show because Sally's crazy and Sally believes angels are real. Because it's clear that Cyrus doesn't really believe in God on any level at all. It's really something. But Quinn wants to know though, and this is the question I had: how is Sally getting this information? Because she apparently is spot on with what she knows, right? So, and Quinn brings up the question, who's leaking this info to Sally? And Olivia says she thinks it's someone who doesn't realize that they're even telling Sally. But as we'll find out, Leo is the leak. Damn. Abby's guy, Leo. Yeah. And he got his info from Abby. And they're arguing about that. Abby and Leo are arguing about it. And he says, you poked a hole in the condom, not me. I was like, wait, what?
The gossip condom.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of snaky when you think about it. You got to be careful what you say to your boyfriend.
Yeah, but then Leo makes a great point because he tells Abby, you'd have done the same thing if the roles were reversed. You'd have done the exact same thing, Leak it to somebody else? I don't know about that. No, but I think he was saying that if I would have given you information, you'd have taken and done something with it too. Don't act like you'd have just kept it in the bedroom while we were talking about it.
He gave it to
Sally.
The opposition that could actually take away her job. That's kind of
but he didn't do that for free.
She agrees.
Yeah,
she agreed with what he said. Not she didn't say that to him, but she directly went into his phone.
Yeah, he goes into the bathroom.
Moments later,
and the phone's
right.
ringing.
I sure would. Let me go get in this dude's telephone.
Well, you know what they say when you lay down with snakes. Sorry. Nobody's on that one. Sorry.
You get up with what?
You get up with a belt.
Snake bite?
With shoes. Get some new shoes.
But boots, a belt, a bag, man. So Cyrus tells Michael to stay on his side of my house. Stay on your side of my house. Because he's really pissed at Michael, right? But my wife says we're all this yelling that's going on in Cyrus' house. Where's Ella?
Poor Ella.
Where is Ella? We haven't seen Ella. I told my wife Ella is 22 years old and is a student at Georgetown. She's not even living there anymore,
Ella is on a play date with the little girl in Modern Family.
With Lily? Man. So Cyrus has another flashback with his wife Janet. And Janet is lonely. and Janet is drunk, and Janet wants a divorce. And here's what I will admit: I'm not having an affair if you'll admit that you're not gay. Boom, boom. There it is, right there. There's the 800-pound elephant in the room for that marriage, right there. All right. Yeah, I'm cheating on you, but I'll say I'm not cheating on you if you'll say that you're not gay. But Lance, you're clearly gay. so you know, it's. I mean, that just took him back. He didn't think anybody knew he was gay. He didn't think Janet knew he was gay back then.
Hey, she knew what racquetball was. I'm your wife.
Yeah.
You know what's going on here.
So then he has a flashback of James asking if he's okay. So now James has shown up now. So James makes a return visit to the show in the form of a flashback. Good to see James, man.
Good to see. And you know what? I guess James felt that felt like the most love Cyrus was giving out with James, right?
Yeah, I think James was clearly the love of his life.
So he caught that 45 to the face. Damn you, Jake!
That was brutal, man. So
I got a point on that when we get to their wedding.
Okay, all right. Huck finds out Michael has a second phone, and he only gets one call on this second phone. It's from a guy named Philip Reed. So Huck plays the voicemail back for Olivia, where Philip says, "I've been thinking of you," pinning me against the wall and shoving, and then Huck stops the tape. What?
Thank you for that.
Stop! Someone stop! Stop! No! Man.
Too much.
Yep. Abby says Sally Langston has Philip Reed scheduled to be on her show. He's going to be the one to earn that $10,000. She got her info from Leo's voicemail. Why? Because Leo's been telling Sally all this inside information that Abby's been telling Leo. So now they're starting to get some information. So knowing all this, Melly's like, you know what? Let's just call this whole thing off because this White House wedding, because this is too much. It's too much, you know. And Cyrus has another flashback of his wedding day, Troy, with James.
Yes.
He promises James that he would never ask him to compromise his principles or influence his work. I'm like,
you're lying.
Wow. He actually did that? Really?
Damn.
That was,
that cost him his life.
Said, the most love that he gave to his mate, he still lied to him.
Yeah, he still lied to him.
You know,
yeah.
You lied to your wife. We know how he feels about Michael. You know, he detests him now, but he's willing to go down the aisle for political gain.
Right.
And then when you get to the relationship in the middle that mattered the most, he said, I would never compromise you. And that's absolutely
he pimped him. He pimped him. He pimped him.
Yeah.
Damn. James was such a loving guy. Oh, well.
I mean, he really did. They really did care for each other, but Cyrus cannot split the difference between love and political gain.
He's an evil man.
You know, and James should have listened to his grandmother. You know, when you lay down with the snakes.
Yeah, he should have listened to her. So.
Yeah. At least his grandmother knew the rest of the phrase.
Olivia is still having these nightmares. The nightmares about her captivity, her kidnapping, her being held against her will, and mix in the pain of, you know, what she's gone through with Fitz and all the stuff like this. What?
No, in that scene when they wanted to call the whole thing off, when Olivia basically shut it down with the Olivia-ism, when she get her little small rant. That's right. I thought about that. Go ahead.
I like that part where Melly imitated Olivia when Olivia left the room. She was like, "Okay, then."
I was like, huh?
I was like, "That's my girl, Melly." No. So in another flashback with Fitz on Cyrus's wedding day to James, Olivia tells Fitz that she resigned from the White House because she doesn't want to see him at the White House. It's painful. You know, you're the man I can't have, and I don't want to be seeing you every day. You know, I could see where she would say something like that. Fitz pulls out an old family ring that he was supposed to give to Melly, but he never did, and it's called the Bey-Bey.
Yeah, Bey-Bey.
Bey-Bey. And he just wants Olivia to wear. He tells her, "You don't have to like me. You don't have to be with me. You don't have to see me. I just want you to wear the ring." And I'm thinking, surely she's not going to fall for that one.
Oh, yes.
Because that'll always be his wedge in the door to keep that door open, right? That'll always be his his way in will be that if she just wears the ring with no strings, which is a load of crap. Mm-hmm. That's always going to be his wedge to be in her life.
His what, Tony?
His wedge.
Sign language.
Yes. Everybody one time.
My racially radical mind, sadly, when he was describing the ring, I pictured his family also buying like 3 slaves at the same time. That's the Bey-Bey. That's Kunta, Kintata, and Karaka. You know, like, they're dead now, but this ring still lives, and I want you to have it.
Yes. Oh, man.
Boy.
So mission accomplished. She agrees to wear the ring. She's going to wear the ring, right?
Damn.
Now back to the present. Olivia's looking for the ring, back from waking up from this nightmare, and she finds the ring, and she goes to the White House. And the first thing he notices is she's not wearing the ring. That's the first thing he notices.
Mm-hmm. Because Tony, once again, as you mentioned, it's the wedge.
It's the wedge
that he was looking for.
Yes. Olivia goes to Sally to talk about Philip Reed being the guest on Sunday, who apparently is going to blow the lid off this whole thing. And she comes with an offer because because Olivia asked Fitz in the Oval Office, will you do this for Cyrus? And he's like, I'll do anything for Cyrus. And he signs a piece of paper. We don't really know what it is until she goes to see Sally and tells Sally, you get off this TV show and we'll make you Secretary of State. So if you're Secretary of State right now, you're like, wait, what?
What happened?
Wait, what? Wait a minute.
Man,
I got a contract.
On this show, they don't give a damn.
No, they don't.
They don't give a damn. You out.
And Sally realizes, look, my life in politics is pretty much over. And you think about it, it really is.
Yes.
It pretty much is. And so Sally says, I've got my dream job. I've got this pulpit, this bully pulpit here. I've got access to millions of people.
4 million.
4 million. I can mold my message to my flock, and my flock will follow me. My flock is growing. It's strong, and it's a force to be reckoned with. I think is how she's seeing things, and she says no. And in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, so they're going to have to play the she murdered her husband card down the road. That's going to have to happen. And it kind of did, but then it kind of didn't, and we'll get to that. Olivia tells Cyrus, though, she couldn't get Sally to cancel the interview. But then she tells Cyrus, you know what? We can change this up. You should play the jilted lover victim card. How your guy cheated on you, and now you're hurt, and you're devastated by what he did. Play that card, and you'll get the sympathy thing, and you'll be able to get through this scandal, right? Yeah. And then she reminds him, though, but if you do this, you're going to be throwing Michael to the wolves to save himself, to save yourself. And, the thing is, though, is that you're so pissed off at Michael right now that you don't care nothing about Michael. If you're going to save yourself, you're going to save yourself. Because he's still very angry at Michael.
Yeah.
So destroy him. Why not?
But Michael's parents come to town, and they're having dinner with Michael and Cyrus. And the paparazzi's right outside the window with the photo op, taking pictures and stuff. And Michael's dad tells him, they're not being paid enough to put up with the photographers. Michael and Cyrus didn't know he was being paid. And they ask, well, who's paying you? And apparently Elizabeth North is paying them. Mm-hmm. And Michael's father tells them he and Cyrus make him sick to his stomach. What he told Michael was so hurt. He told, we sent you to camp to try to get you right. I mean, all this stuff was like, wow. I mean, that was quite a scene right there. That was just I felt bad for Michael.
Yeah.
Damn.
Even Cyrus with his evil ass.
Yeah.
That's where he took a turn because he was like, damn.
Which puppy dog face is more sorrowful? When Cyrus is feeling compassion, or when Huck is feeling crazy? Which one has the most sorrow? Would you say?
Oh, I'd say Cyrus, because Huck's is just a psychotic kind of look.
Yeah. Plus, Cyrus, you can actually style the hair into a dog's haircut. So it adds to the image.
So after Michael's father destroys him at the table with what he told him, Cyrus tells Michael, put the food in your mouth.
Damn.
Okay. So, and then Michael's mother says, the lady from the White House is paying us more than your father earned in an entire year. And so we're gonna be here for this because we want this money.
And that's his mama. Damn.
That's his mama telling him that, man.
Yeah.
So we're back at Cyrus's crib, man, and Michael comes into Cyrus's bedroom and says, "I'm out of shampoo. Can I borrow some of yours?" And of course, at this point, Cyrus he feels for Michael because of what he heard because what Michael's father told the both of them, but more so to what his father told Michael, and Cyrus tells him, "Yeah, you can get some." And on the way to the bathroom, get some shampoo. Michael apparently drops the toiletries that he did have, and Cyrus helps pick them up. And Michael just shoved him with one hand. Get off me!
Don't help me.
Yeah, man. Michael,
don't help me. Shampoo is really important to me. Okay. Shampoo is really valued in that household.
Yeah.
Cyrus has another flashback of him packing with James for their honeymoon.
Pardon me?
Packing.
Okay.
Yes. Suitcases.
Okay.
Yeah, yes. And
family show.
Olivia walks in another scene and sees the look on Cyrus's face, and then she realizes there's been a change in plans. She realizes Cyrus doesn't want to hurt Michael, doesn't want to throw him under the bus, doesn't want to throw him to the wolves, doesn't want that to happen.
Was Olivia or was that an angel? Because that damn that blouse was killer.
We're not. She says we're not throwing Michael under the bus. Now, Olivia.
Back to our theory that she is a Native American and she can't read minds because she just came in the room and saw that face.
Yep.
And knew something was up. Wait a minute. Look at me. Look at this. And wait a minute. Stop what you're doing because I'm about to ruin it. Wait a minute.
So Olivia goes to see Sally again.
Bad bitch alert. Bad bitch alert. I got something to say.
Sally tells her assistant, if we're not done in a minute, call security. And Olivia reminds her, that your husband was gay. And you know what? Here's some proof that your late husband, Douglas, was a client of Michael's.
Damn.
Got Sally's attention now, huh?
Yeah.
Next thing you know, Sally's on the air saying, from time to time, these things happen. These interviews get canceled from time to time. Mm-hmm. But rest assured that I've got my eye on the situation. It's like, damn.
She's smooth with it.
You lost, though. You lost. I knew there was no way they were not going to play that card involving her late husband, Douglas.
And they didn't even play, like you said,
they didn't
real
play,
card.
Yeah, they didn't play the real card. They didn't play the card that you actually killed your husband. They played that your husband was gay. So, in effect, they still got, both feet on her neck. Not just one foot. They got both feet on her neck. And she's never getting from under that. I just can't see that happening.
You're right. In fact, she's got some big balls when you think about it. Because, right, that is so obvious. We could just crush you at any time.
Yeah.
People forget, I guess.
Well, no one else knows. So when her camp is souping her up, saying this show's going to be great, this is going to set the tone of America. You're going to get it the way you want. She's believing all this. She's forgetting what happened.
Yes,
and she's believing the hype, and I think she fell into that. Cyrus and Michael have this heart to heart, man. Michael tells Cyrus that he knows that I know you'd murder me with your bare hands if you could get away with it. Cyrus says, "No, I wouldn't do that. I'd pay somebody to do it."
so comforting.
Michael says, growing up, he always dreamed of a wedding and this kind of stuff, and he'd be loved, the whole white picket fence thing. And Cyrus tells Michael that, look, I'm going to do my best so you won't feel alone. That's as far as he's willing to go. He's not going to say...
It's not really love, but hey, it's a good thing. I don't love you.
He's not going to say, let's give it another shot.
Right.
Let's do a reset. Right. Let's start over. He says, nah, I'll do my best so you won't feel alone. Okay?
But you don't even need love when you got Stevie Wonder.
That's right. I was just going to say, Stevie Wonder, all is fair in love in the background, man.
Make it right. We haven't got love, but that song will make you...
Stevie. Man,
Stevie's lyrics were deep. Teaching unreal, I'm a sonic. It's like, what exactly Stevie saying? It's like a physics experiment with words on this song. The teacher learns the rules, and then there's a periodic table. Love it.
I hope he's getting a check for this, man.
I was just
keep going to the well.
When they played the entire KC and the Sunshine Band song early in the episode, they played the full version, and it's like, I wonder
which was weird. That was weird. I'm a KC and the Sunshine Band fan, But I was like, what was it? What was they played a song? What was the song like? Do a little dance.
Oh, that was Boogie Shoes. My Boogie Shoes.
And cute Boogie Shoes and I don't know what that meant, but.
So I'm wondering though, is it an honor if you get your song played on Scandal?
Yeah, it's a check.
Yeah, well, it goes.
Well, it's an honor because there's only 3 artists they play.
Well,
Stevie,
yeah.
Steve Land, and Steven.
Yeah,
They signed 3 contracts.
Man, so at the reception because the wedding goes down, and at the reception afterwards, Fitz sees Olivia, and she's back to wearing the ring.
Yeah.
So apparently, the wedge is back in.
The wedge is back.
The wedge.
Olivia was killing the game with that damn gray outfit. Go ahead, girl.
That's her color, huh?
She looks good.
That's a nice color.
It is a nice color.
In the flashback to Cyrus's wedding, second wedding to James, she had on a dress and looked amazing. Thank goodness they put her in a dress. So that's her flashback. For Cyrus, it's that freaking hair.
Yeah.
Yes.
For her, it's a dress.
It's a dress.
Because
you don't wear pants.
In the present, she's always wearing pants.
Or a gown. Or
right. And that dress did seem, it was like a tender... Right, she it softened her.
Yeah, well, she had the hair styled in a very conservative way.
Yeah, they cut down on these pants.
But she wears some bad outfits though. Those pants.
I'm tired of seeing these pants.
Man,
I'm just saying.
Fitz. Oh yeah, because in that scene, Olivia had on this amazing dress with shoes. And Fitz had on he had some spelt on, I guess that was the deal.
He was waiting for his next suit or tux or whatever it was.
He had his collegiate sweater on, which always, he can rock that. He can wear that look.
Yeah, he can wear that look, man. He probably still weighs the same as he weighed when he was in college, man. There's only a handful of people who can pull that off. Derek Jeter had the same, wore the same size pants that he did when he was a rookie 20 years later.
Yeah.
Damn.
Bastard.
Yeah, really.
Man.
I can't wear the same pants that I wore yesterday.
Oh, man.
I'm just keeping it 100.
Hey, man.
Man, so that's how the episode went, man. Tell me what I missed.
You got it all, Tony.
I think who's the Secretary of State? Hillary Clinton?
In this right now?
Right now.
No, who is this? Chuck
It's
Hagel.
Kerry.
Oh, it's Kerry. Yeah,
Kerry.
Yeah.
John Kerry learned that he has less power than Nancy Grace on this episode. And what's sad is, it's true.
Well,
Hey, you want to see John Kerry? No. You want to see Nancy Grace? Sure. Damn.
Well, yeah, but that's the world we live in, though, right?
And by the way, John Kerry, I just saw him on a bike in one of the countries. I'm like, he's like 86 years old, ain't he? He's still getting his fitness up.
Yeah,
he's getting his fitness in, man.
Tony, I think you did an excellent job on this, man. I got to admit, I think even the hardest heart person who's anti-gay, I don't know how you can not get emotional with Stevie Wonder and the little tender scenes between, that little tender scene at the end. And then Cyrus's baby girl, she's growing. Last time we saw her, she was like a embryo. Now she's like 7. Next time we see her, she'll be 14.
Yeah.
But what did you guys think about the Fitz and Olivia thing that's centered around the ring? Have you been in that situation like with an ex who you did everything with? I mean, it was off the hook. I mean, maybe good and bad. Maybe you had, obviously, if you're not together, you had some issues. But now it's just like basically a handshake.
Yeah.
Damn.
But you can still see the electricity though going between hands, right? It's like but yeah, that's it.
Troy witnessed that. Troy witnessed with me and an ex, but there was no electricity. He saw me have the switch off.
Yeah.
Troy was like, "Damn, man, I ain't never seen you like that before." I was like, "Hello, how are you?" Is it cold in here? Is it cold in here? Boy.
Well, I had a tense moment years ago when my ex-wife and my present wife met each other for the first time. That was kind of tense, but I was very quiet, but you could see the vein in my head right here, right? But it turned out it was all okay. Everybody was gracious. Everybody was good. So that was that. But it was awkward. It was awkward.
Troy.
Yeah. Well, I haven't really had that situation, but it was interesting. It made me think about when my son went to school his freshman year, and my ex-wife and I essentially were doing the move-in. Now, my ex-wife is married now. Mm-hmm. And it was a good situation because we were able to work as a team to get move stuff in, buying stuff, and all that stuff. We're both are not in the town that we live in, so we had to kind of work. It was cool, but it certainly was. You can't help but think, hey, I used to. Boy.
She doesn't watch this show, does she?
No.
Okay.
Tony,
you ain't lying, Troy.
My ex-wife.
Yeah. Okay.
Troy ain't lying. I used to go to Troy's wife. She's working at the bank. I used to go to her window all the time. There's no waiting over here. That's okay. I'll wait for Allison. Hey, Allison.
Oh,
man. All right. Well,
you damn right, Troy.
That's the episode. Put a ring on it. Appreciate you checking it out. If you give this a thumbs up, you can share it. That would mean just so much to a brother. So if you just help some people out, man. Just
put a ring on this show.
Put a ring on this show. Yes.
Man.
Yes.
We'll love you forever.
That's exactly right. Forever and ever. So thumbs up, comments, all that stuff is welcomed. All right. So, I did say subscribing to the channel, so all that's appreciated. Our other show, Men on Everything, is a show that we talk about everything. That's why it's called Men on Everything.
Everything.
I'm thinking we should have maybe rethought the name of the show, though, because if you Google, not even Google, but if you're on Facebook and you search men, just put Men On, there's a whole bunch of crap that comes up before that, man. It's like embarrassing, man. So but it is.
Well, maybe we should change it to Tony, Troy, and Mark. I don't know.
There's an option.
So. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. In New York, that's Mark Clark. In Washington, D.C., that's Troy Johnson. I'm Tony Scott in St. Louis, and we'll see you next time.